Bank holiday Monday. For those of you who are not in England, bank holiday is basically kind of like a national holiday, but where we don't actually celebrate anything in particular. I don't know, we do these things in England because I guess that's when the banks used to go on holiday, take a break to do all their paperwork and so forth, and it just became a thing back in the dim and distant past, of course. And now you usually have holidays that celebrate specific events and so forth. We probably need to figure those things out at some point, but anyway, this is how we do it right now in the UK, and this is a bank holiday Monday. We have these 3-day weekends every so often. It's kind of fun. We have one early May, one I think in late May, and then I think we have an August bank holiday as well, something like that. Anyway, I'm in a new location. It's not quite ideal, so I'm having to step on like 2 steps here, which is why you'll see me rocking backwards and forwards slightly. But anyway, happy birthday to you. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Because every day is your birthday if you celebrate life every day, and why not celebrate a nice bank holiday Monday? It's a little bit cloudy here. Typically we always have this thing in England about talking about the weather, don't we? And a lot of people often say the weather's really bad at bank holiday weekends, but of course that's just our natural brain picking out the negativity and the bad stuff, which is what we're designed to do, which is what our brains are designed to do. They're designed to look for dangers and bad things in order to avoid them in the future. So we notice these things, and of course I talk about this a lot. It's all about focusing on the good stuff and not automatically defaulting to your brain that defaults to the negative stuff. So yeah, it's because we forget about all the good bank holiday weekends, because we say, oh, and we've got this sort of narrative that bank holiday weekends are always terrible weather. So we create this kind of, oh, they're always terrible weather. And then when you see one, you see, see, it's terrible weather. And then when there's a good one, you go, oh, this is a surprise. And you kind of just forget the fact that it was a surprise because it's a one-off. But I bet if you look back, you probably find it was probably about 50-50, the number of positives versus negative bank holiday weekends. Anyway, hello 3 viewers. I can't see who the 3 viewers are. Ngok, hello to Vietnam. Have you made friends with my friend Richard yet, who's out there in Vietnam yet? And Marcus, hello Marcus, how are you doing? Hope the housing businesses in Cheltenham are doing well. Got some ideas, by the way, when I move back to Cheltenham. Maybe some stuff we can do together. It's kind of a cool idea. Okay, happy birthdays to the people whose real birthdays it is today. First of all, my mum. Happy birthday, mum. We celebrated it yesterday, but the real actual birthday is today, is his mum's birthday. Lisa's friend Steph, who I don't seem to have in my Facebook friends, red-headed lady. I met at Lisa's birthday once. We had a long chat, a really good chat. I think she's got a background of being in the army as well, similar to my family. Anyway, so happy birthday to you, Steph. Please, Lisa, pass on my best wishes to her. My cousin Lizzy, whose birthday it is today. And Reginald Bray, who I don't know, I can't remember where I know you from. Nick Townsend, however, was the guy who encouraged me to walk the Camino back in 2014, I think it was, actually. We met first originally. Yes, it was 2014, and I eventually went and walked it in 2016. Nick makes an appearance in my short story, Chance Encounter. This is kind of fun, in the book that is going to be made into a movie one day. Yes, so I met him in a bar in Cheltenham, and he said, you should go on the Camino, because that's where he met his wife, through on the Camino. And I thought, yeah, I might meet somebody on the Camino. Never did. Well, I did. I met 2 ladies. The lovely Chance, of course, and the lovely Erin. But Erin wasn't interested in relationships, so that never went anywhere. Anyway, and Yvonne Hetherington as well, who I met, gosh, a long time ago. We had a nice evening out, didn't we, Yvonne? Yeah, that was fun. That was almost a relationship. Almost. Never quite went anywhere, did it? Anyway, and then happy birthdays for yesterday. So Amy Swift-Lampett, Liz Ivory, I hope you guys are doing well with your stories, the script. I hope that thing's going well. I haven't seen you guys online very much. Maybe Facebook has just removed you from my algorithms. Maria, Victoria, Sam Luani, Lynne Whittingham, Lewis Roman, Tony Lewis. I love the name Tony, isn't it? It's like Tony, but it's like Toeknee. It's cool, kind of cool. Phillip Ori, Tina Wynn, and Gail Mather. I'm not sure I know any of those guys particularly well, so feel free to tell us in the comments below how I know you, where I know you from, what you do, and see if anybody wants to buy anything from you. So we're 5 minutes into this already. And all we've done is the happy birthdays and the happy friends. And I've got so much stuff I wanted to cover in today's little topic, which is radical honesty. Well, it's kind of, I'm kind of on the radical honesty thing there. Hello, Samantha. How are you doing today? So this comes from the Actually, it's a combination, really. The Blinkist book of the day is very cool. It's called About Being Boss. It's all about running your own business. And there's loads of stuff in there in today's Blinkist book of the day called Being Boss. It's linked in the description. And it's all very much the stuff that I teach during my 7-day program and 7-day Kickstarter and my 12-week program. So, which is coming soon. Those landing pages will get started today, maybe finish today. Not sure, we'll see. But certainly they'll get done this week. They need to get done this week. Yes, this is a very awkward position to be standing in because that's me standing up, and I feel like I'm standing up too far away. But anyway, there you go. So the Blinkist and the videos of the day, both Lewis Howes, the Ent-spresso one, which is actually the radical honesty thing, which is very cool. It's about being honest with both yourself and the people around you, but doing it with love. And recognising if somebody's going to be honest with you and you want them to be honest with you, then you have to accept that it's given from a place of love, and you have to make sure that they recognise that they need to give you the honesty in the way that is good for them. Did I say happy birthday? Did I say hello to you, Samantha, by the way? And happy birthday to Ngok, Marcus and Samantha, or the viewers on here. Even though it's not your real birthday, it is the first day of the rest of your life. What a phenomenal time to be alive, as Miss Nick would say. Yes, so radical honesty, there you go, that's good. And you've got to give it and receive it with love, and then it really helps with that. However, the other the video of the day was John Assaraf, the top 10, very, very good. And he talks about practice making permanent. So this is the tiny little habits, and this is a really, really important topic, this is. And we talked about this before because I'm at the place where we had the cut through in the grass from a couple of days ago. If you have a little look over there, you can see the pathway that went over there, and then we cut through and you can see the fence there, which will come into a second. The council have tried to put up to try and stop people walking through those little cut throughs. So yeah, that's cool. Yes, small habits. Keep them really, really small, minimal amount of effort to change those habits. Because you want to make the habit, forming the habit is more important than the intensity of the habit. So it wants to be something really tiny and small that you can achieve. Then you also give yourself confidence about doing the habit. It allows you to feel like you can do the habit again and again and again. And you need to do it for at least 66 days. Well, 66 days is the average. I always say 90 days, which is why my 12-week program is 90 days. It's 3 lots of 30-day challenges, 3 30-day sessions where you try and implement the habits in the first 30 days. If they didn't quite work out, you adjust it and then do it in the second 30 days. And the idea is that by the end of the 90 days, you'll have formed the habits that you needed to form and get things done that you really need to get done. So that's a 12-week program. If you're interested in that, let me know, of course. Consistent, easy, minimal effort behaviours is what you want to try and establish and ingrain in your behaviours so that they become habits, become really easy habits. Because, as I say, the habit is more important than the intensity. And then you can build the intensity, because once you've got the habit, it then becomes easier to extend the habit and do longer. So if you want to read a book, for example, you have a book a month, for example, you start off with a page a day, or even you could just do a sentence a day. You could just say, right, I'm going to get the book out and I'm going to read one sentence. Seems ridiculous, but one page is a bit more realistic. I'm going to read one page, and then maybe the next day you start reading 2 pages, or maybe in 10 days time you start reading 2 pages, and then 10 days after that you read 3 pages, and just see how you get on. And eventually you start reading 10 pages a day, and if you do 10 pages a day, then over the course of a month that's 300 pages, and most books are around 300 pages. So you then start reading one book every month just by reading 10 pages a day, and that can start off with as little as 1 sentence a day or 1 page a day. So that's building that habit, and when do you do that, and then how do you build that habit up in the future. So that's how you do those habits. And you can always, same thing with exercise. Don't go like a massive in the gym, I'm going to do like an hour and a half in the gym. No, just I go to the gym and do 5 minutes on the treadmill, for example, and then go home. Nice and easy, simple. Say hello to everybody, have a nice coffee or something. Make sure it's a fun, enjoyable activity of some kind. And then you just get into the habit of going to the gym. You get into the habit of doing the gym, seeing the people, talking to the people, get used to that habit. And then you can just build up to it, and you can say, I can do 5 minutes on the treadmill, and then I'm going to do 5 minutes on the rower. Or a minute on the rower, probably more realistic, isn't it? And then maybe add in some weights or something, and then you'll also get to start to know the people as well, and you'll know who can help you, and maybe get the gym owner to help you with a couple of bits of equipment and say, well, what else can I do that, like, for 30 seconds or a minute that's going to have a big effect. And you build up that gym session over time, but they started off with just going to the gym, doing 5 minutes on a treadmill, even walking on a treadmill, and then grabbing a nice coffee on the way home, making yourself feel rewarded for having gone to the gym and get yourself a nice coffee on the way home. Maybe even a piece of cake, you know, what the heck. The point is to build the habit of going to the gym. The point is not to get fit straight away. The point is to build the habit of going to the gym so that you get used to it, you ingrain it, and then it becomes something that you do every day, or 3 times a week, or whatever it is you choose to do it. Once a week to start with, then twice a week, then 3 times a week. See how you get on with that anyway. So there's little tiny habits that you can improve over time. Then the one thing they said in the Blinkist book of the day, which was quite cool. I like this idea, which comes back to a lot of the things that I talk about as well. And I'm going to be carrying this forward into my programs as well, because I love this concept. So say you've got a garden, and you go and sow the seeds in the garden. You sow your seeds in the garden, you water them and so forth. But you've got a specific type of seeds that you sowed into the garden. Morning, Maria. How you doing, Maria? How you doing? Gosh, it must be late for you, isn't it? We're in mid-America somewhere. Anyway. Yeah, so you sow these seeds in your garden, and you water them, and then the seeds start to come up, and you go, well, hang on a minute, I planted, I don't know, bluebells. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that are seeds. I think it's a bulbs, bluebells, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Bluebells start coming up, so your bluebells start coming up, but then you get daisies coming up as well, and maybe tulips start coming up, and you go, well, hang on a minute, I didn't plant these. What's going on? And then you realise that what's happened is other people have planted their seeds in the garden, but you didn't know this, of course. But their seeds have grown up in amongst all yours. So effectively, they become weeds. So we talk about weeds just being a plant that's growing where you didn't want it to be. But if you've planted bluebells and you wanted a row of bluebells, and a whole bunch of daffodils, that makes works better, doesn't it? A whole bunch of daffodils start coming up. They're bulbs as well, but in amongst all your bluebells, and you go, well, I don't want yellow in my garden. I like blue. I want blue in my garden. So then you have to go and get rid of all the daffodils. And then somebody plants more daffodils in the gaps. So then what you need to do is put a fence. So you need to create some boundaries around yourself, and limit these people who are infecting you with their ideas that are not your ideas. They're not what you want. This is your garden. This is your home. It's your heart. It's your soul. You should protect it, and make sure that it's only fed with stuff that you want to feed it. So you're in through your eyes and through your ears, and food when you eat it. This is your temple. Guard your temple with the fences, and make sure that the only thing that grows inside you is the stuff that you want to grow inside of it, not all this other stuff that other people want to program you with. You get to choose what goes into your soul. Choose wisely, otherwise your soul can be damaged by other people's intentions. Gosh, that was quite a powerful thing, wasn't it, at the end there? Anyway, so yeah, so that basically. Oh, the other thing that which I really liked as well, from John Assaraf, was practice makes permanent. Now, this is good because this allows me to bring out my freedom cube. There you go. So this becomes this little thing, and he actually talks about at the end of his saying, it's like when you're trying to sort your life out, and you're trying to do all these things at once. If you try and do too much at once, it's like trying to solve a Rubik's cube. It becomes really difficult, and it can take ages to try and figure out how to solve a Rubik's cube. But if you know somebody who knows how to do it, like me, I can teach you the moves, and then it becomes that practice thing. So when I'm solving a Rubik's cube, I'll just mess it up properly this time around, just for a bit of fun. It's got about a minute left, so I'm going to solve it in the next minute, and you'll see what happens. Okay, so that's completely messed up. No tricks on this one. That's completely messed up. I've got no idea what I've done. But the moves that you start to make to solve the cube become quite easy over time, because you get used to how the cube works and what you need to do to make it work. So there you go. So we've got the cross on the top there, and we've got all the lines up. So then we start doing things like, I want to put that piece up into that slot there. And so the way I do that is, well, actually, got to be into this one here. So you watch my eyes. So I'm looking at your screen now. So I'm doing this, and then now that piece is in the right place. Yeah, and I can keep doing that like this. And I can just put the pieces in the right place like this. Hello, Yvette, how you doing? Just like this, and then just doing boom, boom, boom like that. And then this one goes over here. Now I can solve this corner over here, like that. And now, you see, I didn't look at the cube because muscle memory, because I've practiced it and practiced it and practiced it and practiced it, it becomes permanent, and I don't have to think about it anymore. And it becomes an easy thing to solve, which means that I can keep talking to you guys while I'm solving the cube as well. Obviously I have to look at it every so often because I haven't learned how to do it blindfolded just yet, and that's a really intense thing to do while you're talking as well, so I wouldn't recommend that at all. But second layer done now, and you can see I'm still doing the moves without really looking at the cube. So as I'm talking to you and keeping these things going, I'm solving the cube, and yes, so there we go. So now I can solve the final bits of the cube like this, and I still I'm looking at you, and then below me the cube is now becoming solved. that just becomes muscle memory. That's practice makes permanent. That's what's going on there. So anyway, if you want to learn how to do this sort of stuff, solve the cube as well as sort your life out, learn all these practices, the little habits and so forth, let me know. 7-day kickstart coming soon, 12-week program after that. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Sending you love. Boom. Mwah. And then all by the way on the cube as well. Here's the shield. This is the I was talking about before, about planting your seeds and who you're hanging around with. Where's your friends? There's your friends. Who do you hang around with? What do you eat? Are you going to the exercise or the gym? We talked about that. What are you eating? Where's the food? Where's the food? Where's the food? There's the food. Good food. What are you putting into your body? There you go. All those things. I've run over time now. I'm going to have to edit this, and I hate editing these files. But anyway, for Instagram, only for Instagram. YouTube, no problem at all. Facebook, no problem at all. Instagram's got to be less than 15 minutes. Very irritating. Anyway, so if you want to see all my old videos, go onto YouTube. youtube.com/John V Denley. They're all up there. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of the most recent ones at least anyway. Hope you have a lovely Monday, bank holiday Monday. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Mwah. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know, hashtags in the bottom below. If you're on a replay, give me a hashtag replay. And let me know if it was useful. And if you want to learn more, let me know. Take care. Oh, the one last thing. Goya versus lawyer. Law of attraction. Law of attraction. We talk about this a lot, but it's more about Goya, which is get off your ass. So law of attraction, LOA, versus Goya, get off your ass. That's in the comments, so just in case you're wondering what was going on there. Get off your ass to actually do stuff. Take action. You can see the signs in the direction you're going if you're focusing on looking out for them. So as soon as you start looking around, I talk about this a lot, but for example, if I was to look around here and say, what are all the blue things? And I go and look around, I can see a little blue thing over there. I can see anything like a blue thing in my hand here. I've got some stuff of blue screen on my screen here. Can't see any blue things at all around here. Then I say, well, how many red things did you see? And I wasn't looking for the red things. No, you weren't, because you were focused on the blue things when you were looking. So now you can go and look for the red things. So there's live up there. There's some red things on the sign over there. I can't see. There's some red berries down there. There's a red tree over there. So there you go. There's a blue thing over there I didn't even notice. So there you go, through the trees. So yeah, see how that works. It's all about what you focus on, where your attention goes, where your focus goes, your attention grows. I can't remember what that's like. There's a statement for that, isn't there? Let me know if in the comments if you know that statement. Make a comment below. I've definitely overrun now. Horrifying having to do these edits for Instagram, but there you go. Take care, guys. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.